All right, next up in my series of reading tarot spreads from deck reviews we've done, I picked tonight the Mindscape Tarot by John A. Rice, and we're going to do this spread called the Window Pane Spread, and it consists of 5 cards. So the fifth card there in the middle, that's the theme of the matter or the heart of the matter. The top left is the subconscious. The top right is something in my life I sabotage out of fear. Card number 3 is where this fear stems from. And then card number 4 is how I can avoid sabotaging myself in the future. How do I not screw myself over? Pretty much what he's saying. And so this was something that he created in order to help him not block himself in life, right? So let's go ahead and do the reading and we'll see where it takes us. So go ahead and get a piece of paper and a pencil, take notes, and enjoy this lesson from him on this tarot read. Now, let's see who we got going here. One more time. Ooh. Okay, and we're going to do a couple more. We're going to split the deck. And now we're going to go ahead and just pull the 5 cards. Like you said, I'm going to go this way. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. 3, 4, 5. So, with 5 cards down, what's the theme? The Empress. So sometimes we don't take enough time out for ourselves. We don't embrace our creative passions and we don't allow ourselves to be free. We get caught up in the world around us. We sometimes just need to step away in order to breathe and refresh our minds so that we can bring back our creative spark. So that's the energy that I'm getting. All right. So that is the 5. Now let's look what he says the Empress means. Go back here. He says it's about abundance, fertility, care, right? That's what I'm saying. Get away. Birth, growth, nurturing, beauty, creativity. Yep. And sensuality and nature. He says that the symbols are nature, greenhouse, maternal figure, pomegranate. That's your sexuality kind of stuff going on there. Wildflowers, flowing water, emerald green, and the lilac. In the distance, a greenhouse, an ambiguous figure stands in a bowed silhouette. Perhaps they are a gardener tending their blooms, or a statue of Venus presiding over the terrarium. Maybe they are pregnant or a nurse. Wildflowers and fruit-bearing trees enscone the conservatory. Emerald green for growth and abundance, and lilac for love and romance. Pomegranates glow ripe and red against lush foliage. The stream of water trickles softly down the rocks towards the pond at the base of the ravine. Mother Nature rules here. Okay. And then all living things are nurtured and tended with loving care. Okay. Action. Take 1 hour and spend that time in nature to ground yourself and enhance your connection with the natural world. Bring an element of nature into your home, a bouquet, a flower, some pretty leaves, interesting rocks. Try to conjure a natural sense of peace and love in your daily life. Okay, so that's what he says that card's about, and I agree. So now we're going to see about what's causing. So we know we need to be a little more nurturing towards ourselves and more creative. And then in the subconscious mind, what's really the problem we have? What is it? The Page of Tides. We need to see, you got to get out in the nature. And you know that by being stuck always at home, Page of Cups, I'm assuming this is Tides, you can't really refresh your mind. You're so caught up in the earthly elements that you can't see the daylight anymore. You're so stuck on your phone, you can't see the sky because you're always looking at what's in front of you rather than looking at things around you. And so I'm seeing here at the Page of Tides is just get out there and be free a little bit. Enjoy the things you used to enjoy when you were a kid a little bit, right? And that helps you to nurture yourself. That's the vibe I'm getting. What does he say it's about? The Page of Tides. He says that this is young love, tenderness, new feelings, new beginnings, creativity, invitations, and user children. It's Moon Cancer, water. Okay, I'm not going to read the here. I'm just going to go to the affirmations. I approach new beginnings with optimism. I embrace new adventures with childlike curiosity. Didn't I say that? I attract positive, fulfilling connections. Today, I will work to enrich my relationships, and then I trust my intuition to guide me. Yep. I have to say I agree with that completely. So that's what your subconscious is influencing you, is that it knows you need to get away, and it's kind of telling you, get out, embrace yourself, love yourself up a little bit, and break away from all this nonsense, right? That basically floods you every day. Next is something in my life I sabotage out of fear. Card number 2. Six of branches. Six of branches. You basically don't take the win. So when things are going well for you, you end up thinking you're not good enough, you didn't deserve it. And when you do that, that causes you to sabotage yourself. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Because see, the forest is grown. It has a path lit, but you feel like you don't belong there. So you hurt yourself by not enjoying the things that you built, or enjoying all the positivity that you brought to others. And I think you forget that sometimes because you're not self-nurturing. That's what I'm seeing with that card. What does he say about the Six of Branches? Abundance, milestone, success, happiness, acclaim, and celebration. Okay. Jupiter and Leo, fire. Oh, so it's fire. Yep. Symbols as mature trees, flowers, wreath, fireflies, lanterns, fairy light, and path. And then, yeah, see, journal prompts, 5 things I am proud of. As Zach was talking about, you don't really enjoy the things. You don't celebrate your wins. To celebrate my success, I can what? See what I'm saying? So I have to say that, yeah, I agree with the energy that card is given as well. Next card we're going to read is the where does this fear stem from? Bottom left. Okay. The Emperor, control. It's, you just feel like sometimes there's just so much control in your life that it holds you back, or you won't do something right because people depend on you. Others depend on you to always do the right thing. And sometimes you just want to say, I don't care anymore. I want to do my thing. But because of that, you can't really go off into nature and look after yourself because you're always worried about being that support for the people. But sometimes you got to let go and just, be the support for yourself. Because if you don't, then you can't be stable for anybody. And that's why the 4 is right there on this card. And it's two of the walls holding back the water. And sometimes you just want to let the wall down, let the water flood because you just need to get away. That's what I think this card means in this reading, about where does this fear stem from? And what does he say the Emperor means? Let's go and find it here. Okay, we have the Emperor right here. Power, authority, establishment, structure, law, and order, traditional masculinity, practicality, protection, and defense. Watchtower, tidal wave, battlements, sea walls, and weep holes. And then for his prompt, he says, take an hour to write down and reflect upon your core values, beliefs, and priorities. What is important to you, and what are you willing to compromise on? Who supports your ideas and who disregards them? Allow this clarity to guide you in asserting yourself and protecting what matters most. See, this card tells you you matter the most. It says the battered seawall stands strong against crashing ocean waves, representing the balance, the yin and yang between the sea's formidable power and humankind practice ingenuity. Tongue twister. Above, nothing goes unnoticed by the lookout in the watchtower. Slotted battlements ensure defense against enemies and protection of land community. Right, the protector. Now is the time to take stock of your surroundings, shore up your defenses, and make practical decisions. But note the seawall's weep holes, dotting the line of the barrier, right there, which drain water and relieve pressure on the structure. If the wall gets too rigid, or was too rigid and unyielding, it would surely break. Own your power, but don't do so with mindfulness. Don't do so. Boy, I'm tongue twisted tonight, my friends. Own your power, but do so with mindfulness and compassion. So while I agree with the interpretation, I don't agree with it with this reading so far, because we're looking at what's holding us back to that self-nurturing thing. And if you are enjoying this so far up to this point, head over to wordswithatwist.com and look at my series, because I'm now, like I said, doing the readings per deck reviews so we can see how these cards feel in real time. Okay. And to wrap this up, on the last card, it says, how can I avoid sabotaging myself in the future? What can I do? Card 5, the Knight of Branches. Explore. Get back out into nature. See how it all kind of goes together? Get back out to nature and do what you love, right? Go camping. Go in the backyard and do a little fire pit or something like that. Just get out there to reignite your spark, reignite your flame, and be who you are. Be true to you. That's what this is telling us, right? That's exactly what this is saying. So be true to you. Okay. What does the book say? The Knight of Branches. What do you got? What do you got for us? King, Knight. Come on. Exploration. Yeah, I totally get that vibe with this card. Energy, impulsiveness, action, adventure, motivation, confidence, courage, and consequences. Yeah, if you act rashly, then there could be hell to pay. It's Jupiter in Sagittarius. That's the planet and the zodiac symbol for this card. And if you haven't seen your weekly zodiacs, head over to my website too, orthoswitch.com, plug again, and sign up for newsletter because I do a weekly, or I try to do a weekly zodiac reading that's different than what you're going to get anywhere else. And it's behind the wall. Now it's free. So you don't have to pay. If you're a member, free or paid, you can access it. Or if you sign up for the newsletter, I send the newsletter. But I think you'd enjoy it. So go check it out. I dive into numerology a lot. Okay, so it says at nightfall, a fire glows near the campsite, surrounded by all the trees. The trees stand before you like challenges on the road. But the fire promises warmth and guidance on your journey. The organic shape of the tent symbolizes entry into an existing adventure and the visceral thrill of pursuing a new dream. Yet within, you're still grounded in a sense of safety and play. Will you embrace the adventure of your life, even if it means leaving the familiar behind? Will you? I would. I have. That's kind of how I got unstuck too. I said, hell, let's move. Where you going? Don't know. Just pick up and go and let's just move, right? Buy a house without looking at it. Yeah, done that, been there. Do it again? Absolutely not. But hey, why not? Live once, have fun, and roll with it. Anyway, sometimes being impulsive is a good thing. Like I said, you buy a house without looking at it. I've done it. Do I regret it? Sometimes, but still, it got me out of the surrounding I was in, gave me something new. So sometimes when you're stuck, not nurturing, you're kind of like in this area where just you can't feel like you got to get ahead at all. You're stuck. Move. Just take a gamble and have fun, right? You live once. Enjoy it. All right. Navigate challenges with a bold spirit, acknowledging potential outcomes while remaining open to the exciting possibilities that come with stepping out of the safety of your comfort zone. That's exactly what you need to do in order to overcome the challenges in your life sometimes. So it says here that I embrace the adventure of my life. Okay, I like that one. Today I will navigate challenges with confidence. I like that too. I am mindful that my actions have consequences. Yep, that's so true. But that can also be positive depending on what it is. I choose paths that align with my values and integrity. You always, though, do it with the values and integrity. Always. My life's adventure is a reflection of myself or of my authentic self. So that's the reading from the Mindscape Tarot from John A. Rice with his spread. Now, just for fun, let's see what the dice say. I'm really curious. We get a 6, harmony. So when you get back into nature, step away from the chaos of life, not always have to be the person in control and just let it go sometimes. Reignite your passions, right? Enjoy your wins. You have stability in your life, and your creativity starts to flourish, and your communication starts to open, right? That's the vibe I'm getting with this reading. So I would say I definitely highly recommend this reading. So if you haven't taken notes, please do so now. And again, just in case you want to know what the positions mean, we'll go back here. So the cross card, the card in the middle, was a theme of the read. And I don't see these cards being upside down, so read them upside right. Top left is how my subconscious influences me. Top right is something in my life I sabotage out of fear. That's your victory. You sabotage that. It's funny too, 6, and you have a 6 here. You destroy your harmony is what you do. The Emperor is the card about where the fear stems from. Okay, control, too much dependence on you, and you can't step away and do what you need to do, which is the bottom right. How can I avoid sabotaging myself in the future, get back into nature? break away, take a chance, take a gamble, go explore a little bit. Anyway, that's the reading I have for you today. If you did enjoy this, drop in the comments, let me know your thoughts on it, because I do want to do a lot more of these. And I've asked some people and they said, yeah, they want me to do more. And so here I am, right? If you like it, let me know, because I think this is cool, because not only do you get to see the deck in action, you get to learn the spread, something new for your portfolio of tools, right? Different spreads you can do to help other people or to help yourself out and share. And it just is really a good way to learn how the deck reads in a real reading. Anyway, that's all I got for now. And until next time, go check out my website, wordsoftwist.com. And I want to see each of you beautiful souls in my next review or reading or series. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.